If nothing else, this is an absolutely amazing bit of hardware. I've been blown away with the quality, and it is seriously impressive when it comes to what this is and the build quality and the accessories you can get with it, the comfort, the weight, the image quality that you can get out of these little two things on the side there, which we'll talk about. It is seriously impressive. So basically, this is a head-mounted display, not to be confused with a VR display. This is essentially an extended display for whatever you're plugging into this via the USB-C port. Now, because the specs and the build quality is that they're impressive, that it's not cheap. It's priced about $549 or about £490 here in the UK. There's strengths, trade-offs and limitations to this device if you are thinking about picking one up. So let's talk about the strengths first and what this thing does well. It is lightweight, so 110 grams and an open hanging design. It's more comfortable than many fully enclosed VR headsets that you can buy on the market. So you can basically wear this for longer periods of time without having that enclosed feel, that VR look that some people find a little bit, you can get a bit seasick with wearing VR goggles. You're not going to experience that with these. Peripheral awareness, so this, because you're not blocking all your peripheral vision when you've got this on, you can actually see other things and do other tasks while you've got this on your head, which is cool. The high clarity visuals are OLED panels, which gives you good optics, aimed to deliver sharp contrast images with minimal distortion. The versatile connectivity, so you can connect this to pretty much any USB-C device, and it actually has a 3D button on the top for stereoscopic support. It doesn't, however, work with spatial video. I did try that and it doesn't quite pick it up and doesn't work when plugged into the iPhone, so that's unfortunate. That would have been a good feature. So there are some trade-offs, there are some limitations which we'll talk about now. It's not a full mixed augmented reality or spatial 3D headset. It's more of a extended display or a personal cinema. It's not ideal for immersive VR or interactive 3D worlds. It's just more of an extended display. Because the displays are small and they're reliant on OLED technology, in very bright ambient lighting, the image may be hard to see. So you might get some glare, some washout. The open design means that ambient light can compete with the display's light, and in certain scenarios, in certain environments, that may become an issue. They come with a cognitive adaptation cost because this is a screen in front of your eyes rather than a natural display. It can take some time to get used to wearing these. For reading or for long sessions of productivity work, text, spreadsheets, etc. It might not replace a traditional monitor. It's something that you have to sort of get used to and try and get into your workflow. And costs versus the benefit of one of these is, I mean, it's quite an expensive device. So some critics argue that while the concept is compelling, the practical gains over using a tablet or a normal standard monitor or AI glasses, for instance, might be limited, especially factoring the cost, comfort, and use case constraints. What kind of scenarios could you use this in? I mean, basically it's an extended display, so anything that involves content, watching content on your phone, using it as a extended display for your TV, a bigger 110-inch display on here, you can watch movies on here. Console streaming, use it as an extended display for your handheld gaming station, your PlayStation, whatever you're using. You could, use this game at the same time and see what's going on around you, not being totally immersed like a VR headset. One interesting way you could use this is by having it plugged into the drone controller. For like, if you're using a DJI Mavic Mini or something, you can plug this in and use it as an extended display for that. And using it as a camera monitor, if you're using the gimbal, you can have these plugged into your camera and maybe use that to preview the image while still being able to see what you're doing. So that's maybe something that this might be interesting and useful for me. A portable second monitor when space is limited. So if you're on a plane, for instance, you could have these on. You could have your laptop or iPad in front of you and still have an extended display, but not have to have a separate monitor on a plane. That would come in very useful for travel. If you're after a high quality extended display, this could be a brilliant option for that. Multitasking and immersive content. So because of its partial open design, you can watch content while still seeing your surroundings. Keep an eye on other people in your environment. Better than a fully enclosed VR headset in real world settings. So those are some of the use case scenarios. Now I want to just talk about my experience and is this device for you? Should you buy it? I mean, there's no doubting that from a hardware perspective, this is exceptional quality and it will stand the test of time. I haven't found that many use case personal scenarios for me that I would use these every single day, especially considering the price of like over $500. These are a bit of a want, maybe not need kind of product. I mean, I wouldn't use it as an extended display in the studio for editing video, for instance. I probably wouldn't wear these to watch content. I might potentially use them on a plane for using as like an extended display, watching content on my device that I don't want other people to see. You know, keeping things private, or when you're editing a document or you're sending emails, you can do that on here rather than having an open display on a plane. So that could come in quite useful. Yeah, I'm not sure. I've had these for a while, and I've been trying to think about how to review them, and I still haven't come to grasps with that particular concept yet. So I'm just basically showing you what they are, what they're capable of. Hardware-wise, again, I will say it, exceptional quality. It's an extremely interesting device, and I just feel like, you know, this is the way we're going with this kind of personal AR glasses kind of devices. Well, I'm really interested to see what else they bring out in the future, because there's no doubt they can make a highly capable and quality device with the hardware that they can make. So it'll be interesting to see where the company goes. Company wise, yeah, I've been really impressed with them. They haven't put any pressure on me making the video. I've just had these for a while. They seem cool. They seem like they're innovating. They seem genuinely interested in the technology. So yeah, I mean, it's worth the money if you're going to use it every single day, much like any other bit of tech. And it does a pretty good job at what it's meant to do. So that's it. That's the Goovis art. I'm split. I'm mixed. I have mixed feelings about this, but there's no doubt it's an impressive bit of tech.